We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North.
What's up and what's good? Good afternoon, everybody, East, West, North, South, worldwide, and welcome to All About Sports 216. Even though I know it's been a long time since we've been on here, it's your man Keith Fallon, along with my partner in crime, Ed in Columbus, on this sunny and beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Cleveland, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio, as well. You know, a little bit of the north, a little bit of the central. A little bit of north, a little bit of central. A lot has transpired since the last time we were on. That was about 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, which shows that no matter what happens, time doesn't stop. Time definitely doesn't stop. But some quick things for you all while we get ourselves ready, because we're going to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, their latest moves, and are any more moves do they need to make this summer? Also, we're also going to talk about the Cleveland Guardians, who just keep on winning, and they'll be well represented in the All Star Game, which is coming up very soon. And we'll talk about what the Guardians need to do to fortify their position in first place and beyond as we look towards October. And last but not least, we'll also talk about the Cleveland Browns a little bit, little few expectations of the Cleveland Browns with training camp just on the horizon. We are in July. Wow, does time fly. Wow. Which makes the little whipping they took against Houston like a blip in the mirror now.
20 years ago. It felt like 20 years ago.
Yes, definitely felt like 20 years. But what I want to say also to everybody, be sure that you're watching. The chat lines are open. Feel free to holler at us. Tell us what's up. Tell us your opinions on the Cavs, the Guardians, and the Browns. Or if you want to tell us we suck, do that too. But anyway, all attention is good attention for this show. Plus, I also want to go down here. Let's go here. All About Sports will be coming on live every Sunday at 12 p.m. Every Sunday. Took a little time off because it's a dead period in sports, for real. In the summertime, dead period in sports. I think the only story that, other than that was the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup after Edmonton came back, which I said they was going to do. They was going to win Game 6, but they couldn't win Game 7, so that's all known for wait. But, hey, they went 7. And congrats to the Boston Celtics, who came through. First title since 2007, 2008, if I'm not mistaken. It was their year. It was.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. I know my man Joe Simpty up in Boston, like, you wait almost a month afterwards, after the fact. But anyway, to our first subject on the show today, we're going to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers and their latest moves in the summertime. As we all know, the Cavs have fired J.B. Bickerstaff after the season, which the Cavs did go to the second round of the playoffs, but lost to the eventual world champion Boston Celtics, 4-1 gentleman sweep. But Cavs was short. No Jared Allen, no Donovan Mitchell, and on the last game, no Karis LeVert. So out is JB, and in is this guy here, Kenny Atkinson. Kenny Atkinson, former coach of the Brooklyn Nets and former assistant coach with Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors, takes over the Cavs job. I think he signed a 5-year contract. So, real quick, Ed, what do you think of the hire?
Well, I think it's a good hire. Obviously, I think there are a couple candidates: James Borrego of Miami, and the guy from Denver, Adelman. I mean, there are a bunch of young assistants. One thing with Kenny Atkinson, you get is a guy with head coaching experience. We talked about on the show how we didn't want retreads. I think this guy, maybe a retread, but I think he comes in with a little bit of a different scenario, considering that he had worked with the Brooklyn Nets, was their head coach for 4 years, and he had some circumstances that were beyond his control. But I do like the player development that he had with Jared Allen when he was there. He got the bigs that he had Karis LeVert, but he had other bigs that taught them how to shoot the 3 ball a little bit. Hopefully he can translate that over to Evan Mobley. I think this hire was about Dan Gilbert looking at the squad and realizing that Evan Mobley will be the piece that they build around. I know it's Donovan Mitchell, and I get that, and that's why he got his extension, and rightfully so. But I think that moving forward, Mobley is the guy if the Cavs want to reach championship heights. And I think Kenny Atkinson is the perfect hire to get the most out of Mobley and what he's going to need to become if the Cavs are to take that leap forward. So I think I do think it was a Dan Gilbert hire, but unlike the past Dan Gilbert hires, I think this was actually an informed one. I think this is actually a basketball decision one, unlike the ones of the past. We won't mention any names. So I do like the hire, and I do like what they did yesterday. It might have been the day before. Johnny Bryant coming in as the associate head coach.
I was going to get to that.
Yeah. So I like what they're doing
in
there.
chronological order. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but I like what Atkinson is doing with his coaching staff, and we'll get into Johnny Bryant, but I like what he's doing already. And I just think it's a good, solid hire. I don't think there's anybody in the NBA, even Stephen A. Smith has to, say it was a good hire. And when he says it's a good hire, then, I know he had his picks with Sam Cassell and Rajon Rondo, and there's some others that he felt maybe deserved a chance. But I think the Cavs aren't in a position where they can take a chance. They are in a win now mode. So I don't want to take a chance on a guy like maybe even Cassell or Rajon Rondo that look good what the Lakers are doing with JJ Redick. We'll see how that turns out. But Atkinson is a proven coach in the league, and he's proven that his player development works. And also what Atkinson is known for, his rotations, and that's going to be pivotal when it comes to splitting up the minutes with Mobley and Allen, because as we move forward with this show, I'll say it now, but I'll probably reiterate it many more times. I think the core 4 is here to stay for this year, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
Okay. All right. We heard you out, sir. My turn.
Your turn.
I'm going to say this. With the Kenny Atkinson hire, I wasn't exactly overly excited about the hire because it is a retread coach.
Right.
And he did his best when there's really little or no expectations. Now, coming over here to Cleveland with Big Dan, he's going to be expected to win. Now, I will also say this. I'm not really excited about the hire, but I'm not going to clown the hire either. I'm somewhere in the middle where I'm like, I just want to see what happens during.
You're a wait and see kind of guy.
I'm a wait and see kind of guy on this hire. Wait and see. I did want Sam Cassell. I ain't going to even lie. And I did want Rajon Rondo.
That's why I brought their names up.
Damn right I wanted them both.
Yeah.
And I was even enamored with the Chris Quinn dude
Okay.
down in Miami. I was enamored with him too. But like I said, if Atkinson can get the Cavs offense where it's fully functional and he can pull the best that is yet to come out of Evan Mobley, we'll see what happens. Because no matter what you say, even though Donovan Mitchell is the now, it has
Yeah.
to be Evan in the end. It definitely has to be Evan in the end. Because if it isn't Evan in the end, then we're going to be first round and out, second round and out. And also, you got to also look at it because if you look at the Cavs, I'll get to it. I'll get to it a little bit later because some other things I want to say. But we will see when the season starts and everything. We'll see how it goes. And like I said, he got some players that he has to really work with. Like you have Demani Bates.
Mm.
You have what's the kid we just drafted? Jalen Tyson.
Yep, Jalen Tyson.
Got Evan Mobley. You got Craig Porter Jr.
Yep.
Kids that got to develop in. Like I'll say this: Craig Porter Jr. and Imani Bates. JB did them no favors last year. Absolutely no favors last year. But I'm willing to give Kenny Atkinson a chance. I'm willing to give him a chance. I would definitely say that. Even though I'm not too excited about the hire, I'm not going to clown it or down it either. Because if you look at Dan Gilbert's track record, like you said, was it David Blatt?
Yeah. Beeline.
Beeline.
Yeah.
And you remember what I said on We Like Sports? Who do the Cavs hire as the
Their
assistant
associate coach,
head
the
coach?
second in
Associate
charge.
head coach is going to be important, which is why
Yep.
we're going to go to this guy here. The Cavs have hired Johnny Bryant to be the associate head coach, along with Kenny Atkinson. Johnny Bryant, who is familiar with Donovan Mitchell with the Utah Jazz. Johnny Bryant was formerly an assistant under the New York Knicks under Tom Thibodeau. He now comes to Cleveland as the associate head coach. You know, it's crazy. We always get the head coach wrong, but we get the associate head coach right. So tell me what you think about the Johnny Bryant hire.
It's a Donovan Mitchell hire right there. It's you got, here's the thing, and you said it so perfectly earlier when you mentioned that Mobley is the future. Donovan Mitchell is the future, but he is the now. Let's be real. If the Cavaliers in the next 3 years do not, get to the Eastern Conference Finals, get to the finals, make moves, there will not be another Donovan Mitchell contract. Evan Mobley will probably still be here, but there won't be another Donovan Mitchell. So the fact is that 3-year window, it starts now. And I think hiring Johnny Bryant is a good way to make Donovan Mitchell feel comfortable. Not like, I don't think he's acquiesced to Northeast Ohio, and I think he's done a good job. I think Donovan Mitchell likes Northeast Ohio. I think a lot of those reports that he wanted out were erroneous. I mean, do I think that ultimately, when a kid grows up in New York, wants to play for the Knicks? Yeah, I get that. I'm from Cleveland, so my dream was always to be a Brown, Indian, Guardian, or Cavalier. Like that's okay. That's called normal.
But you know what the thing all those national media dickheads was missing? Guess what Donovan Mitchell's favorite team was growing up? The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, he was
With
a Cavs fan.
LeBron.
Yeah.
He was a Cavs fan. So all them people in the national media can eat. I said I was going to be nice. They'd be like, see, Keith, this is why you won't blow up. You be on some other stuff sometimes. So, but like I said, the national media got it wrong again.
Right. Well, to Cleveland's benefit this time. And like I said, I think, the blueprint is in place now to get this team to another level. We'll talk about, obviously, more Cavs moves if they need to make any. But I just think that I've always said this. I've been very consistent throughout the many shows that I'm on. But re-signing Donovan Mitchell was a success for this Cavaliers team this year because they were never going to win it this year. We knew that was Boston we knew that. Okay. But moving forward, now that they have a bona fide superstar, and I think Evan Mobley can be that as well, you'll have a 1-2 punch. Now they are legitimate contenders moving forward. And like I said, the clock starts now. Let's go, Cavs.
Yes. Clock starts now because the Cavs extended Donovan Mitchell 3 years, $150 million. And what Mitchell did is smart.
Yeah, he did.
Two ways. One, he keeps Kobe Altman and them honest. Where if he had to sign a 5-year, Kobe and them could have rested on their laurels.
Yeah.
And said, oh, why we need to improve the team? We got Donovan. No. No. Two, by the time this deal goes, by the time he is in his option year, he could get the money, major money.
10 years. 10 years.
Yes. Because the media rights deal, NBA has a new media rights deal coming up and a lot of other things, the money, TV money and all that, which increases. And Donovan can really cash in 3 years. And plus, shout out to Cleveland. Because everybody had Cleveland counted out ever since Donovan Mitchell landed here. This thing I don't understand is how come all these national media cities love to just poo-poo and say, well, he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't need to be here. Oh, he'd be better off in New York. How is he going to go to New York with Jalen Brunson there? Ian took over.
Lazy. I've said this, Keith. It's always Cleveland. Obviously, the mistake on the lake. Not having success for lots and lots of decades. I mean, that'll do that. And I think a lot of these national pundits, it's just that old adage of it's an easy joke. It's a lazy joke. It's a joke that doesn't really fit in today's narrative, but they're going to keep on making it because it fits their narrative of they don't want Donovan Mitchell in Indiana. They don't want Donovan Mitchell in Milwaukee. They don't want Donovan, but if he's in Cleveland, there's already jokes about it. So it's just very easy for that to roll off their tongue and for them to make their jokes. And us as Clevelanders, once again, we have to hear about it and put up with it, but we got tough skin. That's one thing we got, Keith. That's one thing. So it's, so I don't know. I think it's just a combination. If Cleveland would be like Boston and, say the Caps win a championship, say the Guardians win a championship, say the Browns win a championship, and these are all feasible things. In the next 5 years, it's very plausible that all three of our major sports teams could win a championship. And if that happens, all those jokes, they'll shut the hell up, just like Boston did when they broke the curse of the Red Sox. And now you don't hear anything. Now they're the city of champions. And, Boston had that for so long as well. Cleveland can shut them up, but they got to do it on the field. And I think with Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're going to try, and they're putting the right pieces together, and what we shall see. But I think it also depends on their other two sports franchises as well. Cleveland is a Cleveland thing.
True.
It's more than just one sport. And I do love the fact that all Clevelanders stick together. If you're a Guardians fan, you're a Cavs fan, you're a Browns fan, or if you're a Keith and you're a Yankees fan and lost 14 of 18, which I know you failed to mention in the beginning of the show since the last time we've been on.
We were going to omit that.
Okay,
we weren't taught. That wasn't that. What that? See, that wasn't in the lineup. That wasn't in the lineup at all. Because we're talking about 216.
I pulled a pinch hitter and I put that in there.
that wasn't in the lineup at all. And by the way, the Yankees won yesterday 14-4 with the Red Sox.
Congratulations.
So winning ways are back. But anyway, but like I said, let me ask you this. Do you feel there are any moves that the Cavs could possibly make?
There are moves that they can make. Now, do I think it'd be prudent and wise for them to make it? At first, I was against the core four staying together. But as I see the way that free agency has shaken out, and it was quick, it was fast, it was furious from the start. I think there's moves that they could make that would marginally make them better. But I don't think it's a risk-reward thing. I think they could trade for Brandon Ingram. I think they could trade if they really wanted to. They could make some moves with Cam Johnson or whatever. There's moves that they can make, but how much better does that make them? And is that a long-term fit that we know would be a proven commodity? I don't know. I'm resigned to the fact because the Sixers got much better. New York got much better.
Yeah.
Got much better. I think the magic formula for this Cavs team is maybe for this, up until the trade deadline, see how it goes, is keep the core four together. I see Darius Garland came out the other day and said that he's very upset that the rumors were that he wanted out. So, and I think, look, when I watch Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland on the court together, forget the play style and forget what the result. But when I see them, the two interact as human beings, as teammates, they love each other. Like, I think that, you see Darius whispering in Donovan's ear. I mean, there's a camaraderie there. They are fierce competitors together. I think they want to make it work. I think Atkinson, I think that's why Dan Gilbert, like I said, it wasn't just an Evan Mobley thing. It was about his rotations, and it was about the minutes and him spacing them out. I think he's going to find the magic formula where they don't have to be on the court as much as, JB wanted them to be when they were fully healthy. And I think that's the success, because let's be real. If you have Mitchell on the court with, say, Porter Jr., and Porter's the point guard, they showed when they won 18 of 20 games. They showed that works, right? Then we saw 2 years ago when we had no Donovan Mitchell, when it was just Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. And they were actually not as seasoned as they are now, and how much success they were having. There's a world where both on the team, both don't always have to be on the court together. And what better way to kick teams' asses are, okay, it doesn't really matter who's on the court. We're still the Cleveland Cavaliers, and you don't get a minute, and you better have a strong bench or you're going to get blown out. And I think that's what the Cavs are about. They're building a complete team, and I think keeping the core four there, I think that makes them a more complete team if they can make it work. And that's up for Atkinson and his coaching staff to get that for these players.
Yeah, because I'll say this. I was going to say the media failed again. With the Darius Garland thing.
Yes.
The media failed again. They failed again. They're going to say Darius Garland wanted out and everything, but he refuted it. What's up, Sean Hall? What's going on with you, kid? Salute to you, my man. But like I said, with Darius Garland, I think he just had a mulligan season.
Yeah, why would you get rid of him? He's a talent. And if that's the case, Keith, if you are right and it was just a mulligan, why would you look? You saw his numbers, 20 some points per game. I mean, he's a borderline all-star when, you know what I'm saying? And I think if Mitchell wasn't on the team, let's be real, his numbers are probably 26 a game, and he probably is an all-star then, if that's the case.
But I think what Atkinson has to do, you have to keep Garland engaged. Where JB didn't do Garland no favors either by taking the ball out of his hands.
He's a playmaker. Don't take the
and
ball out of
having him stand off in the corner or whatever and wait for a shot. Darius has to be the point guard, and he has to initiate the offense. Now, one thing Darius got to do, he has to stop them careless, reckless turnovers. I will say that, and he got to get a little bit better on defense. But Kenny Atkinson is supposed to be a defensive coach too.
I think a lot of those turnovers, the more I think about it, if you got a point guard just like a quarterback, and, he's used to driving, and taking to the hole. There are many times that the careless turnovers would be like, and if you looked at the spacing, you'd have Mobley and you'd have like maybe Al, and they were right next to him. And it's like, he didn't have that quick outlet pass. So he's like he's turning, but then he realizes they're right next to him because it's so bunched up. They need to get the spacing fixed first, and that way he can operate. I think if you looked at 2 years ago when things were clicking, and what I'm saying, it's like they were spaced out. I know they fell apart against Brooklyn and Atlanta, but up until that point, they were playing some great basketball. They were moving it around. It was reminiscent of Golden State, where they were hitting corner to corner to And I think that what this JB team of last year was, there were times they just got lazy. They were just so bunched up, and Darius would drive, and then it would turn into a bad turnover. So I don't know. I think spacing first, I think, would really help Darius get over those turnover problems.
And I'm gonna say this. Watch the Summer League and watch Jalen Tyson and Imani Bates, because one or both are going to have to be key contributors this season. Because the Cavs' problem is really that they don't have a wing dude that can produce. Don't get me wrong, Isaac Okoro is stud defensively and all, but offensively has a lot to be desired. And you've seen that in the playoffs. You've seen that in the playoffs. So I hear y'all talking about what players the Cavs should go after. I have one player in mind, even though he has a bit of a package or baggage,
Yeah.
but being around in the locker room with positive people, Cleveland, Mikal Bridges can make a difference when he's locked in. He could, but unfortunately, Charlotte re-signed him to 3
Yeah.
years,
3 years,
$75 million.
$75 million. Yeah,
Yeah,
that turns
I
over.
was looking at that guy too and everything. I would have took him too.
Because he's good friends with Darius Garland. They're really good
Yes,
buds.
they're really
Yeah.
good buds and
Yeah.
everything. What's up, Voodoo Wilson? What's going on with you, kid? How you doing, brother?
Heyo.
Yes. What's up? But Miles Bridges would have been a perfect addition.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because I've always liked his game. I know he got a little bit trouble, but I look at it this way. In Cleveland, it's all about to me it'd be the perfect city, and honestly, then maybe people shut up about Deshaun Watson then because now he's public enemy number one. I don't know.
I don't even think that now. I think the thing for Watson. We'll get to the
Yeah, we'll
Browns.
get it. I was just saying about. I think Bridges, to Sean's point, I think it would have been a perfect fit, and good for Charlotte for getting it done on their end. But it would have been very intriguing because I'd take him over Isaac Okoro.
Who wouldn't?
No, that's not true because I saw some people on X saying that they were arguing, and I don't know if they were believing what they were spewing, but they were saying they were saying that the team is better with Okoro over Bridges. I don't know what world they live in, but
what world they stay in?
I don't know.
Did they watch the playoffs this past summer this year? Did they watch the playoffs last year?
Well, it might be the same people that thought Biden just had one bad night. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't want to.
I mean, Miles Bridges is a 20-point scorer.
You don't have to convince me, okay? Because I mean, what I'm saying. I'm just saying what the X people are saying.
I'll even take Cam Johnson.
Here's for that
case. He's
but then a lot of people are circling
a game scorer.
Well, they were circling back then, and they brought his name into it.
But if I can get the dog, I want the dog.
I agree.
Because you got to look at this, where the teams that are winning, Boston, you got to deal with Jaylen Brown. And what's my guy? Oh my God, my dude just fell out my mind just that quick. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. You got to deal with those. Now in Philly, you got to deal with Paul George and Joel Embiid. Then you still got Milwaukee with Giannis. And
Middleton.
Well, even though Middleton is
still, but
but he's still adequate. I'll say that he's better than what we have.
Better than Isaac Okoro.
Yes. And then the New York Knicks just went Yonkers. They got Mikal Bridges. They re-signed OG Anunoby. And guess what the cherry on top is? They got Julius Randle coming back next year.
Now, I'm glad they don't got Hartenstein. I'm glad he went to Oklahoma.
Yeah, they did lose a big, but New York's still going to be tough because they got endless wing players.
Yeah.
You need wing players to win in this league. And Tyson and Amani Bates, I hope y'all are ready to ball out because y'all on the clock this year. Y'all are on the clock. So, I mean, we'll see and everything. Like I said, I don't know if it's any moves they can make. If they can get Cam Johnson, who they going to give up? Because you got to give up somebody in these trades. Now, I did hear a trade proposal that I was watching. Okay, Shanghai said, by looking at Boston this past championship run, they have to match the level of Boston, if not better. You are right. It's going to be interesting to see what bridge of players can come here. True. Boston, you know what's crazy with Boston is I didn't think much when they got the Porzingis trade.
Right.
But when they got Drew Holiday.
Oh, I was like, geez.
I said, oh, shit.
Yep.
League in trouble.
And then that other guy, that white fellow that they got on their team or whatever,
what's that?
the guy that torched us.
Derek White.
Yeah,
Derek
White. I
White.
mean, you got players like that now. I mean, he signed a big deal as well to stay there.
They all got paid.
I mean, they all right.
Even though Porzingis will be out for first half of the season, I think. Imagine first half of the season. But Boston isn't concerned because they know they can win without Porzingis.
Right.
And they know they'll have Porzingis when it counts the most.
Playoffs.
April, May, and June. And if Porzingis plays anywhere at the level that he did play in the championship, good luck trying to beat him. I'll just say that. Good luck trying to beat him. But that's where the Cavs need wings that can produce. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think all the core four is going to start?
Not necessarily. I think maybe there's a scenario where Jared Allen comes off the bench.
Okay.
And I think that probably would be I could see that probably. But I think initially they're going to try to do Garland and Donovan together. So I don't think that backcourt splitting will happen.
I think Garland, and that's a given right there. Donovan and Garland.
So it has to be.
The ball has to be in Darius' hands.
Yeah.
Let him create and play make. That's what JB took away from him.
Yeah.
And speaking of JB, he's up the coast in Detroit, in Motown.
Yeah.
Congrats to JB, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Congrats to JB. I ain't got no ill will towards the guy.
He can turn teams into 500 better teams and get them to. But I don't think he's championship leveled, and that's the thing. I think.
See, JB's one of them guys that can get you to the club.
Yeah,
but in order to he can't get you in the VIP.
Yeah.
He can get you to the club.
Right. You're in.
You might can get in, but if you want to go and be with the hobnobs and be in the top floor, the type flight floor, he's not going to get you there. And he got his work cut out for him in Detroit. I ain't going to even lie. He got his work cut out for him. Good luck to him and everything. But moving right along, we're going to move from basketball as we're going to go to the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians just keep on winning. What are they, 55-32?
Yeah, I believe,
after defeating the San Francisco Giants yesterday, 5-4. They just keep on winning. Ed, what's the secret to the Guardians' success?
Good clubhouse, because I'm going to be honest with you. I am not so high on them as I would have been 2-3 weeks ago. They got some serious issues, and that serious issues being their starting pitching. Their starting pitching is a very much of a concern. Logan Allen got sent down to AAA Columbus. Welcome to Columbus, Logan Allen. You need to work on some stuff.
He got sent down to AAA?
Yeah, as of today, this morning.
Terminator X.
Yeah, 4 and 1/3 inning.
Second guy in the rotation.
Tristan McKenzie, he joins, yes.
Who is they calling up?
They call up that lefty that they got a couple weeks ago. It wasn't Boyd, but the other guy.
Boyd not going to probably pitch, might not pitch this year.
Yeah. Russ Howard or something. I don't even know. I should be better at this. I saw that. Yeah, I know. Some lefty they got. I don't know. I think Logan Allen, you got to do better than 4 and 1/3 innings every start. I mean, you can't even get 5 innings anymore. But I think
that's
McKenzie,
the Achilles heel with this.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. The thing about it is getting quality starting pitching, but that has to be 6+ innings. They're not getting that even when they win the games, and so that's right. So you're asking me about this team. They do keep winning, but they're doing it because they're getting quality at bats by Stephen Kwan and the gang, and they're getting timely hits. They're getting good bullpen still, and that's great. But how long can this continue if you're not getting quality starts as the weather heats up? And there's these arms, I'm saying they're not made of rubber. So we shall see. But they need to definitely go out in the trade deadline. They need a starter bad. They really do.
And see, now the owners have no excuses this year. They can't say, we're not supporting the team. Right. Attendance is up 40%.
Wow.
From 2022.
Wow.
So Cleveland Guardians ownership, Dolans, got to step up. this could be the year you host that World Series trophy.
I'm just
But you're
concerned.
not going to host that trophy as is.
In 2016 when they went to the World Series, and obviously when Carrasco went down and then Bauer got hurt and everything, and they
That's
ran
when
out
they
of
made
arms
the
against.
trade for Andrew Miller.
Yep. I don't think they have the wherewithal and enough arms to get them even to that point, and it's starting now. So the bandages and the reinforcements, they need to start now, like now,
Because
to
you
get us
even
to the.
think about it, the bullpen has been getting hit a little bit lately too.
It has been. Oh, Spencer Howard's the guy's name, and he is a right-handed. But Spencer Howard's been added.
Okay.
Logan Allen designated to Columbus, or option to
And
Columbus.
think about it, they got lucky with Lively.
They did. See, that's the thing. I mean, and that's the thing with baseball. You never know. It's a long season. You're going to have some
Yes.
surprises. You're going to have some disappointments. The disappointment, obviously, being the length of the starters going, and it's just like it's been fine so far. But like I said, how much longer can it go? I do think that I saw some reports where Mike Chernoff was stating that there's only 6 to 7 sellers, and he's kind of making. I don't know if he's trying to downplay expectations of what we can get in a trade, but I don't care. Maybe you go to the White Sox, maybe you go to some of the teams that you wouldn't normally trade with, and realize the White Sox aren't going to be good for a couple years. I mean, there's teams in the American League.
But you know what the White Sox got that we don't have? They starting pitching is better than ours.
I know, and that's the thing. Maybe you go to them and you give them a trade package with a lot of good prospects, and maybe they'll take it, because even with that good starting pitching that you're saying, I mean, it's not translating into wins this year. It might not even next year, but I don't know. It's a tough spot to be in. Who would have thought the Cleveland Guardians, the Cleveland baseball organization, when it comes to starting pitching, that's been one of our things over the last 20 years, that, hey, we've had the pitching, we haven't had the hitting, and now it's come down and we don't got the pitching. It's just a weird dichotomy that we're in.
It is weird. And to think that they've got over this long and you still, and remember what I told you a month ago, the team that you have to watch out for in the AL Central that is still lurking,
Minnesota.
the Minnesota Twins.
Yep.
Even though they lost Royce Lewis for the season, that's a tough break and everything, but Minnesota got the damnedest luck. They got the two most talented players in the division, I guess, with Royce Lewis and Byron Buxton, and neither one of them can stay healthy.
Yeah. Wow.
Neither one of them can stay healthy. Yes, they do. And plus, the Guardians got the farm system. So, look, because you don't know if the Guardians going to be in this position next year.
Nope. And we found out in 2022, you can't just depend on it. You win 92 games in 2022 and you fall back the next year. It's not like, oh, you build upon it, whatever like that. You never know. It's like the NFL. The Browns come in this year, it's the same thing with them. It's like to expect them to automatically just be in the playoffs. I mean, I know they have a talented roster, but nothing is granted with injuries and everything.
Nothing is guaranteed.
You never know. You got to go all in the year that you're winning.
Yep, you're right, Sean. They do have some good young pieces to contend. The thing I do like about the Guardians that they have done, which I said they should do back in the wintertime, they have brought up the kids.
Yep,
Joaquin Noel.
Yes.
Man.
Game winner yesterday, basically. Game winner. I mean, that's what it was.
He might be here to stay.
I hope so. He's got, what reminds me of? He reminds me of a Franmil Reyes, but doesn't strike. There's something about him. Like, I don't know. Like, he comes up and something's exciting is going to happen. I felt that way in Columbus when I'd go to Clippers games.
He reminds you of a Franmil Reyes, but he's a baseball player. Because dude can play right field. He can play left field. He can play first base.
Yes.
They say he even can play third.
Oh, wow. He's like a David Fry.
Yes. He's versatile, and that's the main thing that the Guardians look for with players. I like the kid Sheehan.
Yeah.
Came up. He's doing pretty good and everything. And who else? The Martinez kid.
Oh, Angel Martinez, yeah.
He's interesting too. And like I said, the Guardians got farm system. And I even are starting to warm up to Rocchio.
He is. I agree with that.
I'm starting to warm up to Rocchio more too.
Yeah.
And even my guy that I was campaigning to go to Columbus soon, Bo Naylor is starting to come out the door.
Yes, too. He is. Yeah.
But like I said, the Guardians, I think they still need 2 starting pitchers, and they need 1 hitter, another right-hand bat.
Yeah.
and another bullpen arm because it looks like see what people don't realize, and this is why I say this with the pitchers. You're not going to be playing San Francisco in October.
Yeah.
And if you know, and you look at all the teams, the way things are panning out, the Yankees can beat you with offense. Baltimore can beat you with offense.
Yep.
Boston now, which is a surprise to me,
Yeah.
they're beating you with offense. Then let's go Minnesota offense. Then you go to the AL West, and look who now is trailing Seattle by like 2-3 games.
They just don't ever die. They never die.
And they done lost 3/5 of their starting rotation.
Yep.
Houston.
Yep. I didn't want to say their name.
I didn't want to say their names either, but forget it. Houston offense. I think they lead the MLB. Well, they're one of the like top batting averages in the league with a Houston.
Yeah.
So when you don't have starting pitching that can get you to the 5th inning, that's a danger sign come
Rocky
October.
Road.
Yeah, that's a danger sign come October because New York, Baltimore, Houston, especially, can get you quick.
Well, that's the thing. Just get 6 quality innings, and then you got 7th, 8th, and 9th. The Yankees formula in the 90s were, get that 6 strong innings, and then 7th, 8th, 9th, they had it locked down.
7th, 8th, 9th is a bullpen, because if you get the Guardians to the 7th inning,
it's over.
You're not winning.
With the lead in the 7th, they're going to win the game. Yeah.
But if you keep going to the 5th,
too much game left. There's just too much ball. There's too many outs.
You're inviting disaster. You're definitely inviting disaster. But also, the Guardians will also be well represented in the All Star Game that's coming up July 16th. And where's the All Star Game at this year?
Texas, Arlington.
In Texas. Arlington, Texas. The Guardians should make a run at some of Texas pitchers. But Texas ain't going to do shit this year.
I agree.
They're done.
They are. I think, I would agree with that. They're done. They had that hangover, that World Series hangover, and then never stopped.
Now, would you take a flyer and try to get Scherzer?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. You have not won the World Series since 1948. Here's the thing, too, Keith, what people don't fail to realize, and I see this all the time on X because people are freaking out, but it's getting to a point where I don't know if that's what they love to do in Cleveland, but when are we going to extend Stephen Kwan? Josh Naylor is going to need extended. People are already.
I'm not worried about those right now.
I know, but the people on X are, and I'll say one thing:
they need to be asking, when is the ownership going to step the fuck up and upgrade that damn pitching staff and get a right-handed bat along with another bullpen arm?
Well, Scherzer would definitely be a nice answer.
Yes.
See, that's what and that's my point, was that they're focused on re-signing them for years to come. I'm worried about this year. Hey, people on X, stop worrying about Stephen Kwan's contract.
Care about next
year.
We're
winning the damn World Series this year.
All that will take care of itself.
Thank you.
It will take care of itself. Stephen Kwan's contract will take care of itself.
Gives a shit. He's under. We have control of him for how long?
We got control of him for another 3-4 years.
Yeah, gives a shit.
And Stephen Kwan proved his point that he was better than Miles Straw.
Yeah, right. Yes.
He proved his point.
Yeah, I think all would agree.
But anyway, the Guardians will be well represented in the All Star Game, as we have 2 starters.
Yes.
Stephen Kwan in left field, and of course, the incumbent Jose Ramirez at third base.
Do we get more? With the reserves?
Now, let me ask you this. Who you think is going to get in on the reserves?
I think Clase gets in.
He automatic.
I think he gets in. I think Naylor maybe. So I think you could have 4 possibly. I think there's setup, just like anything. How do you want to, do that? There's setup guys that probably could in some years. I don't think this is going to be a year that it does it. I think, but no. I think 4. I think they can get 4, possibly 4, 3 to 4. They got 2 for sure, obviously.
I think they can get 4 and possibly 5.
Yeah, who's your 5th then?
Jimenez.
See that? I guess I was gonna possibly go with him as well.
But the only thing with him is his batting average ain't so.
I know it's kind of low.
If his batting average is like 270, 280, he'll be a shoe
he
in.
would be right. Yeah.
But I definitely think Naylor is going to get in. He
Okay.
should have got in last year.
Yeah.
And I think Naylor's going to get in, and Clase, that's automatic.
Yeah.
He's going to probably close the game for the AL.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. But it will be interesting to see. At first, I would have said David Fry, but now
he's cool. Yeah, what happened?
He done came back to earth.
David Fry turned into like McDonald's French fries. When you get them, they're so piping hot, they're so good. But you let them sit for 5 minutes, and it's like, oh, they're not the same anymore.
Is these the same fries I just bought 5 minutes ago?
He was so hot. He was so hot, and then
it was so hot. And then I went in the bag a third time, and
yeah, like soggy and cold.
But like I said, be sure to tune into the All Star Game July 16th in Texas and get the Guardians ownership to step to the plate. Because there's no excuses. You can't say, oh, they got to support the team. Oh, no. Ain't no time for that now. That's
and
over
that's the
with.
thing. If this year they do nothing, and you see other teams like say Minnesota because Minnesota always makes moves. I'll give them credit. They always make 1 or 2 moves. If
I wouldn't even be surprised if Kansas City make a move.
I don't blame them. Why not? Because honestly, they're a team where with the wild card, the extra wild card, you're never out of it in Major League Baseball anymore.
You're not out of it unless you're the Chicago White Sox.
Well, then you're out of it.
Then you're out of it. But and Toronto, I think we're going to be having a fire sale too, I think.
Well, hey, take advantage of that. Go get Bo Bichette. Go get somebody.
Or get Vlad. Or get Vlad Jr.
Daddy. Okay.
I'll take him too.
I'm not going to argue.
No, not at all.
You can never have enough good baseball players that can put the ball in play and hit it hard. I don't know.
Because the thing is, in October, you're going against high-powered offense.
That's the thing.
And our pitching staff, our starting staff, don't look like they're long for the job now.
Yeah, because you're going to have to win playoff games 10-7, maybe 10. I mean, you're going to have to score runs.
And how often do you do that?
Not often, but you got to have the capability of doing it.
Yes, you do have to have that capability. But like I said, the Guardians the ownership has to step up. Right now, my choice for manager of the year would be Stephen Vogt.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect the Guardians to be this good at all. I had them finishing third in the division.
I had them. Yeah, I wasn't gonna. I'd be lying if I would have said anything else. I do think that Stephen Vogt. What makes him impressive, and maybe it's just a fundamental shift in the front office, but I just think his ability or his wanting to get the young players involved, where with Tito and the front office, years
Tito,
past,
you wouldn't have seen Noel. You would have
never
seen the same. And nothing against Tito. I love Tito. But you would have seen Miles Straw up there in center field. You wouldn't have seen Freeman.
Nope. Who?
Freeman would have been shuffling down between here and Columbus.
Yeah. Joe Kenzie, Noel, who?
You wouldn't have seen Noel. You wouldn't have seen Sheehan.
Yep.
You wouldn't have seen none of them guys. You would have seen the same.
Angel who?
Like who? Angel. No. Or Angel Martinez would have been a pinch hitter or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you might see it. And the only thing I'm going to say, Gabriel Arias, why is he still around? He's like that. That's I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know. Maybe they're going to feature him in the trade.
Okay,
well, they're showcasing him.
Well, he better have something to showcase then.
They're showcasing him, so I don't think he's going to be long here.
Okay, well, that makes me feel better.
Especially since Rocchio done shown that he can field.
Oh, I agree. Rocchio, forget his at plate, but his defense is wow. I mean,
and think about it. At the plate, he's improved too.
He's getting better. I would say just ride it out.
Did you think he was going to hit 3 homers this year?
No, no.
And he's hit them all within about a month's time.
Well, that's more than Miles Straw. I mean, Miles Straw only hit 1.
Hey, Casey, like be easy.
I don't want to mention that. I lost $100.
Casey, like, be easy with Miles Straw.
Yeah.
Leave Miles Straw alone. See, that's what I said. They was like, oh, Miles Straw gonna be up. He ain't coming back here.
Good.
No.
That makes me
Hell
sleep
no.
better at night.
Oh. And think about it. Freeman has played stellar center field.
He has, and that's the key right there.
For him to be an infielder, I was like, damn.
He's a ball player.
But the Guardians, we're gonna see what the front office and the ownership does within the coming weeks.
They better do something.
And we'll see if they're a contender for the World Series or just a team that's gonna get to the playoffs and
like Minnesota does every year and gets killed by the Yankees.
Yeah, it gets killed by the Yankees or by Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see. So ownership, step the fuck up.
Thank you.
Ownership. Get on your JOB and get us some pitching.
Yeah.
Please. If you don't even get us a hitter, get us some pitching.
Yeah. Oh God, if nothing else.
Get us some pitching.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you know the Yankees are going to try to add on the deadline.
Of course they will. Of course they will.
I don't know about Baltimore, but
yeah,
you know Houston is going to try to pile on before the deadline.
Well, they'll probably trade for a starter, I'm sure, because they're
going to probably trade with their buddy Texas and try to get
probably Scherzer.
Try to get Scherzer.
Probably.
So hey, like I said, I ain't worried about Stevie Kwan and them contracts. That stuff will work itself out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. But anyway, we're going to move right along. Since we are in the month of July, guess what's coming?
I think it has something to do with some brown and orange football team.
Guess what's coming? Guess what's coming? Guess what's coming? Come. Guess what's coming? Guess what's coming? Cleveland Browns will be opening training camp very soon.
Yes.
Very soon. Very soon. Can't wait. Now, with them opening training camp and with some things that happened that since we've been on, Amari Cooper held out of mini camp. Now, is that a problem, or do you think that problem can be solved?
That problem gets solved if he signs his contract extension and he gets his butt on the field, because it's a problem. I don't want to. I'm not. Like, it's hot out. The weather's hot when the dog days is. Here's the thing: the Browns' offense without Amari Cooper is a lot of question marks. Now, a new offense with Ken Dorsey, maybe Ken's calling the plays. I hope he does, because it's his offense. But let's be real. You have Amari
Jameis
Cooper.
Winston let that cat out the bag.
Yeah, he did. He did. But I think that Amari Cooper doesn't always get the praise that he deserves. He's one of those under the radar, undervalued wide receivers.
He always comes through.
Yeah, you look at his numbers. He's one of the best. He's one of the best in the AFC North, especially. And this offense without him, let's be real. I mean, you got Jerry Jeudy. Okay, fine, a nice piece, but
he hasn't done nothing really.
I know we gave him. Yeah, I think a lot of people
comfortable with saying that he's the number one.
Right. He's been a little bit. I think he's a little bit overvalued, and maybe he turns that around in Cleveland. I think maybe not everything was right in Denver. I'll grant you that. But to say he's going to be this stud, I think he's going to be better. I think having Deshaun Watson will make him better. But you need a guy on the other side. Like, you need another. Like, you look at the Bengals and with Jamar Chase and and they got weapons and you need two. You need two. And without Amari Cooper, you don't have two. And I just think that really complicates things. You have an offensive line that's coming back that was banged up. You got a running back situation where you don't have Nick Chubb at full strength, or we don't know what it is. So, and they got Deshaun Watson coming back from injury as well. I mean, a lot of question marks when it comes to injuries, let alone a new offense. Wouldn't it be great to have like a stable force and a number one receiver that's been your best player on offense the last couple of years? I don't know. Call me crazy, but I think it's a big deal. And I think they need to find a way to get him on the field from day one. one in training camp because he needs to learn the offense. He needs to it's not even him learning the offense. I mean, he's a veteran, but it's just for the team to gel. And that's what this training camp's all about, gelling, so we can start off. I don't want to hear no rust issues. I don't want to hear, oh, it's a new offense. When we play our first game against the Dallas Cowboys, I want us to be full go, because we're going to need to be, and start kicking butt from day one.
Yes. Like I said, with the Amari Cooper situation, I hope they get that resolved quickly and expediently.
Yes.
Because we don't need no distractions.
Yeah.
We don't. I don't want to hear about no trades or nothing like that.
I don't. Right,
Brandon Ayuk. If you make a trade for Brandon Ayuk, now he's got to get familiar with Deshaun and get familiar with the offense. No,
I want to win this
year. Get the Amari Cooper thing done. Now, what kind of contract would you give Amari Cooper as an extension?
Whatever makes him happy. Here's the thing. It's not my money, but here's the thing. They're obviously going to front load it. They're going to give him maybe 2 extra years, but it's really going to be only a 2-year deal, and it's going to be a 3rd year's voidable or this or that. But it's just basically more money up front. I don't care. I don't know. When people get on Twitter or X and they argue like, what deal should we give him? Whatever deal gets his ass on the field. Exactly. I don't care. Whatever gets him on the field.
I say a 3-year, $80 million deal, something like that, where he's making about 27 mil or something like that. Now, if he's asking for Justin Jefferson money,
no, I don't. But I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
But I don't think he is. I think 27, 28 mil should be suffice.
A deal
for
is
about
not
2 or 3 years.
A deal is not a deal unless the ink dries on the piece of paper and Amari Cooper is the one signing it. So it doesn't, all these the figures, the years, the amount of money, it's irrelevant to me. To me, I'm all about the end product. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. They'll figure it out. They always say, oh, we're so worried you can't give them this, you can't give them. Who gives a shit? Like I said, Jimmy's got the money. They'll figure it out.
Jimmy got about $14 billion off Warren Buffett.
We're worried about him.
The money.
Yeah.
He got the money. It's just a matter of getting it done. That's all.
Yeah.
And I think, Sean Hall said, that's why, to me, Jared Jeudy needs a mentor like Amari.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Amari Cooper can show him the way. That's why it's very important to try to re-sign him. If any other good veteran receivers can help out a Jeudy, so forth.
Yeah,
but Amari Cooper has to get done.
Yeah, there isn't one. Like, to Sean point, and he makes a great deal. If it's not him, it's got to be somebody else. But here's the thing: there isn't anybody out there that's better than Amari Cooper, that knows the system, been with the team. It just makes it so much common sense for it to get done. And if it doesn't get done, look, we praise Andrew Berry, we praise the front office for doing a lot of great things. Not necessarily with the draft, but they do great with free agency. They really do. This is another move right here where it's a free agent move per se, because you're dealing with a contract extension. And I put it in that. It's not a draft move. It's not this. So if you're as great as what you say you are, and I believe that you are, they'll get it done.
Yeah, I think a 2-year deal would be suffice for him. 2 years, 56 million, front loaded and everything. So, front loaded, or a 3-year deal for 80 million.
Right.
Something like that. But they have to get Cooper in there, because
number one
you
priority.
Do not want no questions.
Right. Well, Deshaun Watson, let's be real.
Deshaun Watson wants Cooper.
He even said he's the best receiver in the AFC North.
You have to support your quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it would be a disaster if not.
What do you want more, Mitchell? What do you want more, Schwartz? What do you want more of these receivers that suck to come in?
Because if you look at it after Amari Cooper, Jared Jeudy, you don't know what he's.
You don't know. I mean, let's be real. Is he a number 2 or number 3? I don't know, really. What's his face? The guy that we got from the
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore, yeah.
Okay, you don't know.
He's okay.
He's
mid.
Decent.
I mean,
but then after Elijah Moore, then you got the question marks for real. Tillman.
I mean, promising, but I mean, we don't know what he is.
Michael Woods coming back to the fold.
Yeah. Going off an injury. Yeah.
Off injury, right? He worked well with Deshaun too.
Right.
Before the injury, but that's still a question mark.
Yeah.
So they have to get that Amari Cooper deal done.
Number 1 priority, without a doubt.
Yes. I'm playing Madden 24 while I'm listening to you guys. Nice. That's what's up. I'm playing with the Browns on franchise mode. Okay. What's your record?
Yeah.
That's what's up. But Browns have to get that done. Because I say this year, I don't want to hear no rust.
No,
I
I don't
don't want
either.
to hear nothing. I just want to win, and I want to see results.
Keith,
this
if they
year.
don't go to the AFC Championship game, I'm going to say this year was not successful. I'm going to say it. They got to win it.
I agree with you on that, but
Yeah.
the AFC is like a minefield.
It is. No, that's the thing.
It's like a minefield.
I'm not arguing that.
But I'm gonna tell you this: we need ultimate Deshaun Watson this year.
But okay, the reason why I say what I say is because I'm not even putting all of the onus on the offense. Isn't our defense, Keith? Isn't our defense supposed to be like a top 3 defense, top 5 defense?
Check out, they're going to get tested week 1.
Yeah,
against Dallas. Right now, I'm 5-0 with 8 Super. Oh, damn. Okay, Sean, way to dominate. Now, if the Browns can do that in the next 10 years,
all right, yeah, that'll change the narrative.
I'll go to the land of glory with a happy face.
No, hey now. Yeah.
But like I said, they have to hit the ground running.
Yeah. But the defense, here's the thing. The defense, you got Schwartz coming back as your defensive coordinator, second, same system. I mean, the defense should be better, especially. So I look at it this way. It's like, for people to shy away from AFC Championship game or bust, I'm not even asking for the offense. We did it with Flacco and we did it with, Jerome Ford. We're getting some of these pieces back. Look at the patchwork offensive line that we had last year. I mean, I know the AFC is stacked, but even if Deshaun Watson, if he plays the whole year and he was playing as good as he was, up until year 20.
He said he in 29-33.
How is the world in 29-33, by the way?
Right.
We got a dome. Hey, Sean, are the Browns playing in a dome or what are they playing in? The Brook Park Dome done yet? Well, even 2033. We got that
he
dome.
He meant the year 2033, yeah.
Okay, the dome's got to be built.
Now, is the dome built, Sean?
Yeah, Sean, we want to know.
I know we ain't playing back at. I know we're not playing at that old thing out there on the lake.
No.
I know.
Right.
2033, it's got to be a dome. It's got to be a dome, dude. It's got to be.
I just want to know in that 20, we've got 8 titles, but I'm excited. I think they're going to have to build another dome, just put all their banners in.
But like you said, AFC Championship.
It's realistic. It's realistic.
It's more realistic than people think.
I want to win the division.
Honestly, I think this is the year. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to say this. I think this is going to be the year where the Browns and Pittsburgh duke it out for the AFC North.
Oh, wow.
I'm just telling you. Because, Pittsburgh, like the Browns, been lying in the weeds. All these pundits been talking about Cincinnati, Baltimore. Cincinnati, Baltimore. Baltimore is still stung over the loss to KC at home.
Yeah. Yep.
And last year, everything was set up for Baltimore to win, just like Boston in basketball. Mm-hmm. And they didn't come through. And I think they're going to drop off a little bit. Plus, they got to replace 3 offensive linemen with rookies. And you got to go against Pittsburgh twice. Yeah. You got to go against our defense twice.
I think Pittsburgh's 7-1 against Baltimore in their last 8 games.
Right. And I'm telling you, if Russell Wilson gives what he gave last year to this Steelers team,
26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
This team is 12-5, 13-4.
Yeah.
At the least. And I think it'll be between the Browns and Pittsburgh this year. Cincinnati, I don't know. Can Joe Burrow stay healthy?
Yeah, that's the question.
And they lost a lot on defense.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
He said, LOL, I had a dome, but I redone the stadium to open one.
All right. Well, all right.
All right. All righty.
He blew the dome up. He said, I want to see the sun.
Exactly. But anyway, like I said, though, my expectations is to get the Amari Cooper deal done and that this team is healthy for Dallas on September 8th.
Yeah. America's team versus the Cowboys, September 8th. It's going to be a great one.
Yeah, it is going to be a great one. It is going to be a great one. It's going to be a barn burner. And we're going to really see how good this defense really is because
Yeah, I think people sleep on Dak and that Cowboys team, but they're really good.
Dude,
They're not.
they're good.
Yeah.
They're good. Now, when they get in the postseason, that's a whole
Well, they got a little bit
thing. But during the regular season, that
yeah,
offense scores.
yeah. And their defense with Micah Park, I mean, they're pretty formidable. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. So we
mm,
will see. But anyway, also, I want to say in closing, congrats to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They both being named to the WNBA Ladies All Star team.
yep.
An All Star game that's soon to come up soon. I don't know where they're going to play at or whatever, but shout out to both of them. Hey, they making it happen. You seen Angel Reese stat line?
She's scoring a
She
lot
scored
more.
like 27 and
All that
15, and then Caitlin Clark had a triple
triple
double.
double. Yeah,
First rookie to do that in the WNBA
I'm telling you, it's Burden Magic. It's Burden Magic right here.
against the best team in the league, the New York
League,
Liberty.
yeah, yes,
Man.
Iosku or whatever.
But see, like I told people, I was like, she just got to find her way.
Yeah.
She got to find her way. The WNBA doesn't hate her. Get the fuck out of here with that narrative. She just got to find her way. She's a rookie. They're going to take bumps and bruises along the way. But hey, she's improving. And Angel Reese, man, she's balling out.
Yeah, she is.
And that other girl on Chicago is balling out too. Kennedy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kennedy. What was her? Oh my gosh,
Kennedy,
I just saw it. She's a great point, but she's good.
Man, she's nice.
She
scored 33
Kennedy
that
Carter
night. Kennedy Carter, yes,
yeah,
Kennedy Carter.
Yeah,
she's nice.
Yeah, they got a nice squad.
Both those teams. You think about both those teams in the future?
They're going to be good.
They're going to be good because you got Cardoso on Chicago too.
Chicago, yeah.
Man, they're going to be good.
It's that WNBA is fun. Like I said, the fact that we're talking about it every show. I mean, it's just it's good stuff. So
it just shows you they've moved up the food chain a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till next year when you get Flo J in the league. Paige Becker's in the league.
Yep.
And then the year after that. Hope you're ready for the ride.
Let's go. Hop on.
Hope you're ready for the ride. But anyway, that brings us to conclusion of All About Sports 216. Back for the first time in a while. We won't leave y'all so long and everything. But in the summer, it's like the dead period of sports. Yeah. So, hey. But be sure to catch us every Sunday at 12 p.m. Every Sunday at 12 p.m. Also, you can also catch us on Spotify as well. Listen to the podcast on Spotify. And you can catch us on TikTok, too. You can follow our excerpts on TikTok and everything. We'll show you little clips of the show and everything. But everybody, have a good weekend. Be safe. Be careful. Keep your head on a swivel.
You got 140, Sean. The Guardians play at 140 today.
140? Okay.
Yeah, I saw Sean in there. Yeah.
Yeah, 140 tonight. 140 today.
That's a 40, homie.
140. They got to take the series against San Francisco. They better not let a team under 500 come in and take 2 out of 3.
Correct.
Who's pitching today?
I don't know. That's I don't want to know.
Fuck it, we about to find
Carrasco?
out.
It might be Carrasco.
Oh shit!
I think it's Carrasco.
No, I can't even say that because Carrasco's actually been pretty good the last couple of outings.
Yeah, I just
about to find out. We about to find out.
Nope.
About to find out. It is Carrasco.
Okay.
Carrasco.
Darn it, I was right.
You talked him up.
Damn.
But he's been decent the last 2 starts.
I agree.
With Hedges behind the plate.
Yeah.
So hopefully the Guardians can get it going to keep it going.
Score a lot of runs.
Yes. But anyway, This is your man Keith Allen along with my bro Ed in Columbus. For All About Sports 216, we about to be up out of here. Everybody have a peaceful week. Be cool. I'm on vacation.
Nice.
Yes, thank God. I worked 13 straight days.
Okay.
I earned that shit. But anyway, we out till next week. We'll see you soon. All About Sports 216. And we out. Peace. Peace.
The sports. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North.